I'm already in. Hold on.
Okay, we're on. We're on.
We on?
Yep.
Okay, so I gotta do my over the top, right?
Okay, we're on, everybody.
No hype, baby.
No hype zone. We're ending the last segment there. There's nothing left and right.
Good if I turn my headphones on so I can hear it.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Producer Andrew, I saw some very sad news today. Did you see who passed away today? Producer Andrew?
I did not see it.
Beth Chapman. You ever watch Dog the Bounty Hunter?
Oh, I did see that. Yes, I did see that. I haven't seen the show, but yes, I saw that.
Who you said passed?
Cancer and then
What?
You said who passed?
Dog the bounty hunter's wife?
came back, went into her lungs. She passed away today of cancer, 51. I love watching it. So it's kind of a guilty pleasure. Did you watch that, Producer Andrew?
I haven't seen it, no. But
You've never seen Dog the Bounty Hunter?
I haven't seen it, but I know it's a good
Oh, his wife, dog, the bounty hunter?
people across the country.
What are you, a communist? You never saw that show?
I'm a communist according to Dave Smith today.
Wow, boy, that's a dog, the dad, and his son Leland, when they were filming out in LA, came to my gym one time. They're both in really good shape. Leland's a tough guy, former boxer. Really nice guys. I liked him. And then, wow, rest in peace, Beth Chapman, Dog the Bounty Hunter, stays with you. SVD's great at SVD's.com.
BC Sports Radio, AM 1060 KDUS Tempe Phoenix, and KSLX HD2 Scottsdale Phoenix.
Water heaters are a lot like bad roommates. They take up too much space, they waste it.
Yes, sir.
They can be a major
Yes.
drain on you.
I only got one ear. This cord only lets me get one ear, so I can't get the other one. So far, I'm so good. If I start one ear, yeah. I know. Believe me, I'm playing with it.
Come prepared, bro. I'm just kidding.
Right. This is what happens when you don't have your cord, y'all.
Ooh, they had a True Tankless water heater commercial on.
Who?
They had a True Tankless water heater commercial.
True Tankless. Thank you, RJ.
Yep.
True Tankless. We can't do this without you, baby, man. Sir. All y'all at Alice, love all y'all, family, friends, love all y'all watching the show. We about to get down to episode 2.
Episode
No,
19.
Episode 19.
about to start.
But I mean 2 here.
Oh, yeah.
You got your draft pulled up?
Yep.
We got going to the awards too. Forgot about the awards.
Yeah. We'll
So-
kind of flow into that. We'll
So-
slip it in there somehow.
So we're gonna go draft, awards.
Okay.
No, draft. You wanna go draft, free agency,
Free agency.
then awards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we can kind of blend the awards in that third segment if everything kind of carries
Okay,
over.
if we need to add it on, just add it back into
Yeah.
the second section. Because I definitely want to talk about that Magic Larry Bird piece when they had to.
Okay.
That's my flow right there.
Yeah.
When they had them drafted 2000, gym shoes, what type of impact they'll make on the league right now.
Yeah.
Okay, can't chew gum on the radio. Seth, can't chew gum on the radio. No gum.
I'm gonna give people like a reminder like what the no hype zone is too. Even out of the gate this time.
But it's cool. I liked it last week when you had, and I had correct you. I said,
was good, that was
I said,
great.
Yeah, so why not? I'll mess it up and then you correct it.
No.
And
I got
then-
it now. I got it
That
now.
way people's like, would they get their height? They don't even get the height together. See, Tracy, we don't make mistakes. We do this on purpose. See, you don't, right. I'm saying, Mom, you know. We go into the drive all the way down to 10.
We don't have to like overdo it. Just be like, hey.
Well, we got to go to
the
the 12 because 11 was when Cam Johnson got
We
picked.
can still say up to 6 and just say, hey, they traded it. We don't have to like overdo it.
But Cam is at 10.
Right? No, he was at 11, but we'll just say, hey.
No,
The
Cam
Suns-
Johnson was at 11. Cam Reddish was at 10.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying we should stop at 12. Just read them down. You ain't got to break down the players, but
Okay.
it's about that time.
Here we go.
We're moving into the show of both hype and no
guy's funny.
Crossed over into the No Hype Zone with Set the Lamps. Sponsored by True Tankless Water Heater. Now here are your hosts, Set the Lamps.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into the No Hype Zone. I am Seth.
This is Lance.
This is our second show here at KDUS Tempe Phoenix AM Sports 1060. How you doing today, Lance?
Man, I'm feeling great. How you doing today, Seth?
No, I saw you working out today. You were sweating pretty good.
Yeah, well, you say I don't work out with enough intensity, so I
I'm
hope-
proud of you. Today you were like very intense.
Ain't that something?
I think you went through 2 t-shirts today.
See, ain't that something? I thought you was like really trying to give me some praise, but you was really like doing the Tiger
Digging on
Heart,
you?
hit me right in my knees, knocking me out.
Well, that's how we say hi.
I know, I like that.
Hi, Lance.
How you doing, Seth?
Well, just to remind everybody, the No Hype Zone, what this is, it's No Hype spelled KNOW. No is like your information, your unbiased information about your team. And then when you're in your hype, this is like put your fan hat on, what you want your team to be like, total bias. Even if your team is the worst, say, hey, we are actually the best. That's what we want to go back and forth with the show.
Right.
So with that being said, we're going to start in the No Hype with the draft. We know the draft was 6 days ago,
Right.
but we have to kind of touch on that,
Yep.
just kind of review what we were talking about last week. Obviously, the first pick was Zion Williamson. Second was John Morant. The Knicks got R.J. Barrett. The Suns, I want to say, you're a Nostradamus, man.
I'm not
You
Nostradamus.
literally- yes,
I'm
you
like
are.
the 15th cousin removed on, how you got second cousin, third cousin. I'm like, the 1500 cousin somewhere, like 6 degrees of separation.
Yes.
But, it was just a lucky guess. It was a lucky guess. To be
No,
honest
no,
with you.
no, it's not. It was very well thought out.
There you go. I
Your
would say that.
algorithm was on point.
There you go.
You had a direct line into, the Suns boardroom. It was awesome, dude.
I picked up some Wi-Fi from Neptune and Jupiter, and from there I was able to get a heads up on who we were drafting here on Earth.
You called them
'cause-
we. You
Yeah.
said we, as in the Suns.
Well,
We.
Well, because I like the Suns. I like the Suns. I like the Suns.
I
was gonna
like the
say-
Suns.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I like the coach now, and I like I said, I want to give Sarver some grace, and we got some ball players on there. I'm not a Suns fan, but I respect the team because
Sure.
I'm in Arizona.
Sure.
Monty Williams is my man. I like Monty Williams a lot. So
Very well respected.
yeah.
Now, Zion Williamson, everyone says that he's going to be the next biggest thing, the next LeBron. That is yet to be seen. What do you think?
He has the potential. If he works on his game, he goes out and talk with Akeem about post-up moves and
Akeem the Dream.
right, and he gets with somebody that can work with him with a handle. Get some handles on him. He's a good ball handler, but
He's got no left hand.
to call him LeBron, that's a big reach.
That's a huge stretch.
Right. When I first seen LeBron, I thought of Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan. He didn't really have too much of a jump shot, but he had that intensity. He was Latrell Sprewell, if you remember Latrell
yeah.
back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
He had that aggression. He was just everything. Zion is awesome. I've never seen anybody with his type of athleticism.
At that size.
At that size. It's like a Mack truck with a Porsche mentality. And I used to say that all the time back with LeBron, but for real now. LeBron is more like an SUV with a Porsche mentality. Zion is that 18-wheeler, but he has that Ferrari, like, okay, I'm agile, I can get here, I can get there. So with that being said, his ceiling is ridiculously high, but to call him LeBron, I don't know. He's got to get that jump shot together. He's got his IQ is there, but LeBron was already a point guard from a forward position, so it was a whole nother world with LeBron.
LeBron can play all 5 positions, where I think Zion can only play the 4 and the 5.
But he can, 4 or 5, maybe
Maybe a 3.
a dominant 3, a power 3, like
Yeah.
in a post type 3.
Yeah.
You definitely rule out the 2. He can't play the 2, and the 1, no. He's
Right.
going to be a point forward if anything.
Yep. We want to ask you guys out there that are listening, what do you think about Zion Williamson's potential? You can hit us up on Twitter at the No Hype Zone. That's KNOW, the No Hype Zone. We have that pulled up now, so if you have any questions or comments or anything like that you want to add to the Zion Williamson hype, go ahead and give us your hype.
Can I give you some hype?
Of
though?
course, please.
You know,
That's what we're all about.
everybody who knows me, like the barbershop, they all say I got 3-4 different teams. Okay,
What
I
barbershop?
own that. You know, the firm. When I go
Okay.
get my haircut, Santana and George, they some of the best barbers out here in Arizona. They are the best barbers out here in Arizona. With that being said, I'm repping LA all the time because I used to live in Midtown. You know, I figure if you got addresses, you can represent the city. You know, if you 4552 17th is LA. You know, my Chicago South Side ties. So I'm a bipolar sports fan.
So basically half of America. Gotcha.
Pretty much.
Gotcha.
And then OKC, you know, my wife's from Oklahoma, but, you know, I've always been a fan of Russell because of UCLA. But with that
Russell
being said,
Wilson, yes.
that's not
Very
funny.
good quarterback.
That's not funny, Seth. You know it's Russell Westbrook. But with that
Oh,
being,
yeah.
with that being said, I'm going to be crazy over Memphis this year.
Why?
I like that boy, the guard, not the guard, but the power forward that they got last year, Jared. I can't remember his first name, but I think it's Jared Jones or Jared Jan. He's a solid power forward. Then you got Ja Morant there.
Super athletic.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, Ja Morant reminds me of all my favorite guards out there. So, you know, don't be surprised to see me talking a lot about Memphis this year.
Who do you think did the best in the draft? What team benefits the most?
Well, it's got to be the Pelicans. The Pelicans.
Not only
was
that, but with all
outstanding.
those trades that they got too, man.
Beautiful, beautiful
Good
work.
for them.
Yeah, David Griffin did a great job. I think the Knicks definitely needed a player like R.J. Barrett to kind of give them a little bit of hope. You know, the Suns, like I said, it's the Suns. Cam Johnson is going to be a good role player there. You still need some star power there.
Sure.
But, you know.
But your boy Kobe White, I'm saying your boy because you're like, I don't like him.
I didn't say I didn't like Kobe.
He's on the Bulls. He's on your Bulls, man.
Yeah, but, you know, I've seen point guards like him before. Unless he's coming in like Derrick Rose, it's kind of hard. He just, to me, I'm not saying he's not a good player, because I can't, you know, I'm not worthy to walk on the same floor with that guy. He's
Right.
playing NBA ball. But with that being said, he's just not the guy that I'm like, oh, must-see TV for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now I am must-see TV for Zach LaVine when he's deciding to come to practice and not, you know, start a coup against the coaches and stuff like that.
What did he do?
Well, last year, you know, they got a little upset when coaches had changed overs. And, you know, him and, I forgot the coach's name for the Bulls, but, you know, they decided not to come to practice or not come to practice, but they was hosting players only meetings, and you know it took the coach and Zach LaVine to kind of chop it up a little bit and say, okay, look, let's come together and let's make this thing work. And they actually had a decent second half. However, you know, I like Zach LaVine, Kobe White. I don't know. We'll see about him.
Well, we'll see what happens next year in the NBA. It should be an exciting year. The reason why it's going to be exciting, in my opinion, because this is the first year that I can remember where I don't know who's going to be in the finals. In the last 4 years, it's been like, hey, Golden State, the drop of a hat. I said that day one in the NBA.
Right.
Now with all their injuries, with KD being out possibly 2 years, you were telling me today?
Well, yeah, at least a year and a half. I've heard some people say almost 2 years. You know, this injury is really tough. You know, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not qualified to talk about the injury and, you know, what happened. But, you know, it's a shame that he's going to have to miss a year in his almost the end of his prime. I wouldn't say he's at the end of his prime, but
He's 32.
Right. So I mean,
Still has
he's
some
approaching
left.
that middle. This is where he should be dominating the game. He
Yes.
should have been. He should be
Especially
taking.
with LeBron becoming long in the tooth. Who's next? Now KD is out next year. LeBron is he on the decline? I couldn't tell you. This is the first time he's been injured in his 16-year career. So who do you think carries the torch in the NBA next?
Well, it's a no-brainer with Kawhi right now, but you
With
gotta
that
be
personality?
Yeah, you gotta. You know, at his championship celebration, he did that laugh. Just to make sure
He made fun of himself.
So
That's pretty good.
But Kawhi, you know, he's definitely a throwback player. As far as, you know, he's one of those guys that you can build around. You don't have to, you know, he gives you a little bit of everything. He has a little bit of that Jordan in him. I'm not comparing him to Michael
Right.
Jordan,
Right.
but he has that like Tim Grover would say, cleaner mentality. He goes above and beyond, and then he has that running mate with Siakam. I like that little tandem there. But
Did
however,
he get Player of the Year or Sixth Man or something like that?
he got most improved
Most
player.
improved,
Most
that's
improved
right.
player. When we
That's
talk
right.
about the awards, we'll break all that down. But
Yeah.
he got the most improved player. But you know, Kawhi has got to carry the torch. But with AD going to LA, you know, I think it's perfect. It's set up for AD now to get the torch literally from LeBron
Yep.
in LA.
Yep.
So, and he's young enough to carry the league. However, most of the time, your swingmans are the ones that you market the league around,
Sure.
whether it's a 2 guard or a 3 guard. Kobe, LeBron, Michael, you know,
What
those
about
types of.
Westbrook?
See, Westbrook, if Westbrook win, I can tell you that, I don't know. I don't know if he missed that window.
What about Damian?
Damian, I like Damian, but Damian's for some reason I still look at him as the baby. You know, it's State Farm. It's
From
kinda
that commercial?
Yeah, and then he raps at the same time, so I'm like, okay, you good on the basketball court, but are you MC Damian or are you the baby Damian? Which one are you?
What
But,
about Steph?
Steph is my man. I like Steph. However, Steph is like, I don't think he's going to carry the torch. He's just well respected.
Right.
He's one of them players that you don't want to say nothing bad about.
He's going to have a tough time next year, in my opinion, by himself or with him and Draymond.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the protection of other shooters around him.
Right.
If you guys out there listening have any ideas of who you think we'll get the torch pass to, let us know at the No Hype Zone on Twitter. You can also ask us on our Instagram feed, which is also the No Hype Zone. Coming up next, we're going to be in our hype about free agency. We've got big time free agencies coming up next. Kawhi, KD, Butler, Kyrie, Al Horford,
Killer
Kemba.
K's, all the killer
Yep,
K's.
we actually have someone hopefully calling in here talking about free agency. Former high school star out here from Mesquite High School. Hopefully he can give us some insight and his thoughts on what the players think. Let's talk about the awards as well. Giannis, Harden. Did Harden get jobbed? Coming up next, the No Hype Zone, Seth and Lance. I talked my way through that last 30 seconds like,
That was a beautiful
oh
work.
my goodness.
That was some good work, brother.
I got a dry
Good work.
mouth.
And
Dry
that
mouth.
was awesome. Me too. But that was awesome. That's exactly right. So,
You gotta get a little teaser, right?
Man, beautiful.
That teaser. That was
You
a
got-
teaser.
You talked to Gavin. You got him on. Did you?
Yeah, he should be ready to go. I told him to call in at about, I said 8:17, which is fine. So
Did
the
you
course is
confirm
gonna run
with him,
through.
though, just if you know?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I gave him all the questions and whatnot.
Cool. I'll be ready
So,
for that.
So sweet. That was a short segment, man. That went by so
Nah,
fast.
just as time goes by fast.
Yeah,
I'm
right?
having fun with you, brother. Let's
Yeah.
do this, man. We do this.
All right, so now we get into our hype where it's like, hey. Okay.
There go Gavin.
Okay.
There you go, big Gavin.
Okay, sweet. Perfect. So we can kind of segue this into, hey, here's our hype on free agency. And to help us with the free agency talk, we've got an actual player.
That's from Mesquite, from Arizona.
That's from Mesquite, Arizona.
Arizona legend. He
Yes.
was he was known.
Yeah,
for
do you have
block-
some of his stats and whatnot?
Yeah, for his block shots. He was known for his block shots, and I got a few of his stats here.
Okay.
His stats here.
All right.
I got more of his college stats. I don't have his high school stats. I know that he led the state in blocks. He had over 100 blocks, and
Oh, dang.
that's what he was known for.
Okay.
I don't actually have the actual number, but he was known for block shots. That was huge, and he was like selected to the all tournament team in the Fiesta
Yeah.
Bowl, one of those Fiesta tournament.
So when I start asking, I'll start with, hey, give us a little bit of your basketball background, just from high school, and then you take it you take it next, going into like the college and all that stuff, and then I have going into free agency. I'll talk some free agency stuff with him.
Okay.
This might take the whole segment.
Yeah,
But if
it
it
might-
does,
it does.
sweet, that's fine.
I
I'll
want
go
to touch on his father being because it Bills. He's
Bills, yeah. I don't- Edwards, what's his first name?
I don't know. That sucks. You can ask me that.
Yeah.
Mr. Edwards.
Yeah. I remember Trent Edwards, but he was a quarterback. But recently, that wouldn't be his.
So you can
dad.
have him just tell you his dad's name.
Yeah.
I'll pull up Gavin's stuff. See what I got right here.
How much time?
Water heaters are a lot like ton of electricity, and they can be a
Yeah, he had 123 games at Connecticut, averaged 5.1 points there, 3.4. His senior season, he lost his mind. His dad is named son of Earl and Janice Edwards. He has one brother named Damon. His father played 11 seasons in the NFL.
What's his dad's name?
Earl.
Earl Edwards. From when to when?
He played 11 seasons from 69 to 79. So you don't have to do a lot of talk, but just he played NFL. He played NFL. I mean,
Before my time.
yeah,
For the
but
Bills.
still played. I mean, what?
Welcome back, everybody, into the No Hype Zone with Seth and Lance. As we left the last segment, we were talking about free agency and what our thoughts are on that. Lucky for us, we have a guy on hold right now. His name is Gavin Edwards. He went to Mesquite High School out here. He currently plays in Japan, if I'm not mistaken. Gavin, are you there with us?
Yep, I'm here.
My man, what's up, Dan? How's it going?
Not too bad, man. How you doing?
Good, good. I appreciate you calling in with us here today in the No Hype Zone. First of all, give us a little bit of your background, if you can. Tell our viewers about yourself.
Like you said, Gavin Edwards. I was born and raised in Arizona, went to Mesquite High School.
When did you graduate?
Graduated in 2006.
Okay.
And then after that, went to the University of Connecticut, played basketball there for 4 years. Graduated in 2010. Been under Jim Calhoun. And then ever since then, I've been kind of bouncing around the world playing overseas. And most recently, I've spent the last 6 years playing in Japan.
So at Mesquite, Gavin, thank you for calling in. Hey, I'm a huge fan of reading all your information. In Mesquite, you was known as Mr. Block Shot. Would you say that that's what you was known for? Blocking shots left and right, pinning it up on the backboard?
I didn't really play too much in my junior year, really. But,
Yeah.
I set the first season and career block shot record in my senior season.
Yep, you was a beast, man. I love reading up your style. I was like, Gavin is outstanding. Whoa, my goodness. But yeah, and you was on the, was you named MVP or you was part of the all tournament team in the Fiesta tournament right before you got recruited from Connecticut?
Yeah, that year we actually had 3 co-MVPs for the region that year.
Okay.
I never really heard of it before, but yeah, I was part of that. And we went undefeated in our region and then lost in the first round of the playoffs.
Wow. Well, Mesquite, I know they haven't had a player like you since then, and another thing what interested me is that I noticed, Kevin Ali was one of your assistant coaches. Kevin Ali, I had a little history with Kevin Ali. He played bitty basketball with me back in LA. He was on the 9th grade B&B Spurs, and I was on the 7th grade B&B Spurs. And looking at your career at Connecticut, man, you lost your mind your senior year. Your freshman year is like you was getting a little time here and there. Sophomore year, you started to develop a little bit more. But can you tell me what was going through your mind your senior year when you played Louisville? That was your career high day. What was going through your mind? What did you eat that morning? What did you wash up with? What shoes did you put on? Because it looks like you went on a tear between Louisville, West Virginia, Cincinnati, Syracuse, Providence, Michigan, Pittsburgh, Seton Hall, Kentucky, Harvard, Boston University, Duke, LSU, Williams and Mary's. Your stats went through the roof that senior year, and I guess this is why the Japanese basketball league said, "Look, we got to get this guy over here. This guy's something else."
Like you said, it was my senior year, and obviously at that high level in college, you obviously would like to try and make it to the next level. So that was always kind of my main motivation was this is a pretty good opportunity I have here, and I'd like to make the most of it. And this is my best opportunity to try and play to the next level. So just really have to make the most of it.
I mean, I was looking at it, it's like every other game is like career high, career high, career high. So I got some other questions to ask you. What happened at that Las Vegas Summer League, Gavin?
That was a different story because just to be honest with you, I just did not really prepare. I didn't know what to expect from it. I didn't feel like I was really I didn't prepare myself for it. I didn't take advantage of the opportunity.
Okay.
And but from that failure, whatever you want to call it, learning opportunity.
Yeah, well, I mean, you calm, cool, and collected. Anybody knows you. I mean, you're a professional basketball player, but yet and still, you walk around and act like the average Joe, and I really appreciate your humility. And speaking of humility, how humbling was it to play at Connecticut and the girls getting all the hype and all the media because they was winning championships, and it was even said, I remember sportscasters saying at one time the girls team could dominate the boys team, and they was just on fire. How'd that make that men's team feel at UConn?
I mean, we obviously felt different about them being able to dominate us, but I mean, you can't argue with the production they had because they were number one every year. If they didn't win it back to back, they won every other year.
Yep.
As far as the national championship goes, they were really that good. Like that's the like hyping them up. They were not overrated. Like they were really that good.
Yeah. Now, who was on that team? Was Diana on that team, or was Sue Bird on that team? Anyone else?
There were a little bit before. This was I came in the same year as like Maya Moore.
Oh, that's enough said right there, Maya Moore. But go ahead, keep going. Who else? Who was that? Who else was there? I didn't mean to cut you off, Gavin.
Renee Montgomery, Sade Shaver. It's just like if you just go through like the people that were there, like the 4 years that I was there,
Yeah.
like you can probably pick up some pretty solid WNBA players.
Bet. You naming all the NBA players, the WNBA players right there. So yeah, man. Well, that that UConn team was outstanding, and I believe that you were there during the year of Kemba Walker as well, right? Right, you was in your senior year when he came in.
Yeah, he came in my sophomore year, and we were actually roommates my senior year. But yeah, it was crazy to watch his growth. He was good with the data. He's a phenomenal American, all day work, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he really blossomed when a couple of guys were older than him, like AJ Bryant, came out of the league, and he really got a chance to where it was like his team, he dominated, and he stepped into that role really well. He just kind of took over for them.
That leads us into our topic for this segment, which is free agency. Now, Kemba Walker is a free agent this year. So let's get into the mind of an NBA player when considering free agency. Is it location? Is it money? Is it how big the market is? What do you think Kemba's thinking, or do you talk to any guys in the NBA when they make their decision? Go ahead and touch on that for us.
I think it all depends on what type of player you are, where you are in your career, and I think that those are kind of like the biggest things because at this point for Kemba, he could probably get a max contract on a number of teams and get cashed out. But knowing Kemba, he's gonna want to go somewhere where he can be competitive for the championship. That's what he's done all of his life. That's all he wants to do is win. And he's gonna get paid regardless of wherever he goes. He's not gonna be taking really chunk change everywhere.
Right.
But I would say for sure for someone like him, they'd be going somewhere to where they can be competitive, they can win, they have somewhat of a solid group already, and then you can kind of come in, hit the ground running, and just make them a contender right away.
So what team do you kind of see him at? Because my hype, I think I would like to see Kemba. Where did I put Kemba? I would like to see Kemba. I would like to see Kemba go to the Lakers. I think he'll look good with the Lakers, or either go to Milwaukee. And the reason why is because I want to see Milwaukee still be a powerhouse in the East.
That's breaking news.
Yes, sir.
Milwaukee.
That's
okay.
Milwaukee. Nobody else said that. I want to see Milwaukee still compete. So what do you think about that, Gavin?
I think Milwaukee's going to be able to compete, but I don't really know if that would be a good fit for Kemba because I think that a lot of players or a lot of people on the classic game don't really think about like the type of picks. They just like, oh man, they got all these players and this is the best team to go to because they got 2 all-stars and this and that. But it's like you have to really, especially if you want to go for the win right away.
Right.
You have to really think about like what type of fit you would make because you could look at the Lakers team where they had Kobe and they brought in Carl Malone and Gary Payton on paper.
Too much.
And the team would be super nice.
Yep.
And they didn't really capitalize on the type of talent they had on that team.
Yep. So Gavin, would it be tampering if I was to ask you if you were if you was a free agent right now, what team would you be playing for? I hope I don't get no calls from your Japanese team, but I see you as talent. I see your height. You one of the nicest, coolest guys I know. And put yourself in the free agent position. What team would you fit in with?
I think with my style of play, I would like to go to a team with probably like a little more like offensive with talent, like a team that had like the big three, because then one, it kind of takes the pressure off of me.
There you go.
But I'm kind of like a jack of all trades, master of none type of guy.
Okay.
Myself, that's how I describe myself. So I'd be more of the guy who's like do a little bit of something every night, where you need somebody that can get a couple buckets here and there, or
Yeah.
or play defense, whatever. I'd be willing to not really focus, like be like the main guy to have to support when he's at, but just kind of come in and just play my role. That type of guy. So personally, I would like to go to a team that has like a little more talent, a little more established, I would say. So Lakers would be a good option.
Hey, Gavin, we got about 30 seconds left here. Any advice you can give to these high school kids out here that are getting recruited by these big schools?
Stay off social media.
You hear that? Stay off social media.
Stay off the social media.
They can only get you in trouble. And then I would say just learn, if you want to be a professional, learn how to be a professional. I don't mean like learn how to take shots. I mean,
Be a professional.
Gavin, I got to cut you off here. We're coming up on the break here. Appreciate you joining us in the No Hype Zone.
You're awesome, Gavin.
Baseball coming up next.
Thanks, man.
Oh, man, it's crazy, man.
It's time for a 2-hour show.
Yeah.
It's time for a 2-hour
I know.
show.
Well, coming in next. Thanks, Gavin. Appreciate that.
Gavin, you awesome. When you see this, thank you. I had so many more
Yes.
questions for you. Man, you inspired Evan, and you inspired a lot of my basketball players that watch you work. Hey, you're a class act. I wish you nothing but the best in Japan, and I hope the Lakers heard that, because they can definitely use you with the Lakers.
Look,
down
jack
there.
of all trades, but
Yes.
master of none.
And
That was good.
but
That was
he's a
good.
block shot dude.
Yeah.
He can block shots.
Yeah.
He can rebound. He a beast.
Yeah.
His history, he was a monster.
Yeah.
That's why they picked him up.
Yeah.
So, and he got a little jump shot. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Coming out or coming in from this next commercial, you say, hey, Gavin, thank you for coming on that heart out. Appreciate you very much. We'll see you in the gym. Maybe we'll make a little Atlas plug, do a little tankless water heater plug, and then we'll go into. Hopefully, Patrick is.
Is Patrick ready?
If he's called up.
Did you talk to him?
No. I did talk to him. But if he says, hey, Patrick's going to call up, great. If not, then we can just go into our.
Free
We'll try to
agent.
finish off our
Free agent.
free agency, our awards, and then.
Yeah, we can touch on the awards for a little bit, but yeah, free agency definitely, because that's this whole week is free agency. By the time we come back next week,
Yes.
it's gonna be free agents done.
Yes.
4th of July, so we need to get. But did you make sure Patrick is calling in?
Yes.
Okay.
I talked to him today about it twice.
But this is Patrick. So I love my boy
Yeah.
Patrick.
Yeah.
Patrick gonna call in. Patrick
Yeah.
ain't never let us down. So.
Yeah. Oh, that whole segment, man. That's great. You're right. 2-hour show, man.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness
I
gracious.
told you he was gonna say something about that Las
No, but I
Vegas
like how
stuff.
he was like kind of sly, but he's like, yeah, that was a moment. Like, well, look at that moment. No one knows what we're talking about. Yeah, that's funny.
I know all about your fiesta, Tony, man.
Yeah. Oh man.
That was fun. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. I guess
Yeah.
esports is gonna be fun too. That's gonna be fun. All right, so we're going.
Text Patrick right now. You got his number.
You're always telling me to put
Just
text.
because I told him 8:30, man. I told him 8:30.
He don't text
how
me
much
back.
time?
I think he do that to make my blood pressure go up. So I'm just. Love you, Patrick. I know you watching this. Okay, we didn't get a text from my wife telling us they were talking, so we must be doing good.
What?
My wife, she's not coaching us from the house, so we must be doing good. I love my wife.
That's good, man. We're kind of like spitballing, like question. Like, it was good. That was good. No coaching, no formal coaching. We're just off the cuff, baby.
But you awesome.
But we are prepared. We do prepare this stuff.
I'm learning from
We had
you.
the questions prepared and everything, I promise.
I'm learning from Seth. Seth is just a
Come on,
reflection
man.
of his greatness.
I'm learning. Come on, dude.
Okay. He's
How much time you have left?
Whenever you give him compliments.
It's your gem right here.
I see it right there. Patrick on the line. So we go right now, free agents.
Welcome back into the No Hype Zone. I am Seth.
Lance.
Gavin, appreciate the phone call. We were up against that hard break there, so sorry to cut you off.
Man,
Appreciate
Gavin,
that.
I had
That was great
101
insight.
questions for you, Gavin. You got very interesting to talk to. Thank you again for taking time out to give us a call.
We need a 2-hour show,
Yes, sir.
3-hour show.
We gotta still go out and train.
Yes.
Speaking of training,
Yes. Hey, we are 2 dudes who met at a gym, Atlas Performance Training, down in Chandler, Arizona. We train everybody. Everybody. Any type of athlete, any type of regular
Aliens.
Joe Schmo.
animals.
Wait. Space Jam.
Yep.
We train what are they called?
The Monstars.
The Monstars.
That's right.
You name it.
You name
we
it.
train it.
That's right.
Yes,
Even
sir.
the Looney Tunes characters, we bring them in there, get them ready for the Monstars. You
Yes.
know, from the Vertimax, do something.
That is our day job.
Yes, sir.
By nights, we are sports nerds.
All day we sports.
True. All
I
day.
gotta get to my client. Hold on, Seth. Say that talk. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later.
Right? We're also like, hey, did you see that on SportsCenter just now?
Yeah.
Holy cow. Yeah. Speaking of SportsCenter, I saw today that, I forgot to tell Gavin, UConn is going back to the Big East.
Yes, sir. That's where they belong. They're a Big
Yeah.
East team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to get his thoughts on it. Next time we see him at the gym.
Right.
We can ask him that.
Right.
All right, so we're trying to get into our hype on free agency. Now, my thing on free agency is no one knows where anybody's going to go. All these talking heads, even me, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, Kawhi is going to stay with Toronto. But did you hear that he signed a deal with a private Canadian jet company? He now is going to fly for free. He's now going to eat for free. He's now going to sleep for free.
You know,
So-
I'm not a genius here, but when you sign a deal with an airplane company and
Yeah.
you're eating for free, I think
the
you
same
know,
company that Drake signed with as well.
See, it's kind of like it's like 99.9% chance that he stays there.
You're going to put it like that.
I'm gonna have to. I mean, if I'm taking free air flights and eating and houses for free,
Yeah.
cars for free, everything is for free. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, on every billboard is like, Kawhi, you 5 miles away from your house. Kawhi, you're 3 miles away from your house. Kawhi, hi, did you have a good day at work today? You know, he's the king of Canada right now.
Sure.
I mean, why
Good for
change
him.
that?
Of all of Canada, not just, you know, in America, be like, hey, you're the king of San Antonio. Now you're the king of the whole country.
I'm telling you, when RJ
Don't
Barrett
be, bro.
when he opened up his jacket during draft night and he had those Canadian symbols on the jacket, first thing I thought
he from
about.
Canada?
He's from
Okay.
Canada. So first thing I thought about is Kawhi. Kawhi has definitely put Toronto. Not saying it wasn't on the map before, but as far as sports in America, Toronto is a force to be reckoned with. You gotta respect those guys. You gotta respect Canada. Period. I started looking at the Blue Jays when we started talking
Yeah,
about baseball because of what's going on there. So I like it. I love it when we can look to other things. I want to be looking at the Japanese basketball for Gavin.
Yes.
So I mean, it's just I like it. I like the international stuff.
Sure. The biggest news is, where's Kyrie going to go? Where is KD going to go? I mean, these are two of the biggest names on the free agent market. Kyrie's got who knows where he's going to go? Shoot, he can go to Atlanta. He can go to Denver. I mean, who knows? It's kind of really honestly up in the air.
So I said let's hype and no hype this. Since we're in our hype
Okay.
segment, the Killer K's, KD. Where I would like to see Kevin go, I would like to see in my hype Kevin go back to OKC. That's right, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. I
Oh,
would
man.
like to see Kevin back in OKC in my hype. No hype, I think he's going to the Knicks. Hype for Kawhi, I see him in Toronto. No hype, I see him staying in Toronto. Kyrie, hype, I see him with the Knicks. No hype, they're saying Brooklyn.
But
I
they're
don't know.
saying, what is he saying? That's what I'm trying to get at. You have all these talking heads saying,
Right.
hey, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. No one knows, man.
That's why I said no hype. I don't know. So
Right.
really, it could be no hype back with the Celtics. Clay, the Killer K's again. I would like to see Clay hype in OKC again because I need to shoot over there with Russell. No hype. I would like to see him with the Lakers, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But also I gotta go another no hype because I would hate to see him and Steph. Him and Steph is like Fight Dog and Q-Tip, EPMD together. They're a tandem that you don't want to ever see broken up. Kimber, we just talked about the Lakers, hype-wise, no hype.
There's so many guys to the Lakers now.
Yeah.
Why does it always have to be the Lakers? Why can't it be Portland? Why can't it be
Well, I told you, I said that at the beginning of the
Dallas?
first 5 seconds of the show that, I happen to have some percent of fandom.
That's right, you're
in-
Nostradamus.
No, I'm not Nostradamus. But,
No, speaking of Nostradamus,
Yeah.
remember that article you sent me yesterday? It was like, so last week, if you guys were listening on the show, Lance had a banana boat conspiracy theory about Melo going to the Lakers.
Right.
And he sent me an article last night, and holy cow, it was Melo to the Lakers. I'm like, oh, you are 2 for 2
I'm
in
not
calling
too
your
for
shots.
two.
Yes, you are.
Just because, a broken clock can get right twice a day. So, I mean, and I took that line from Jay-Z. So, with that being said, it's just one of them things just fits well. I can't see him listening to anybody else but LeBron. But, hopefully that'll work for him because I would like to see him get a championship. It's just some grace for him. He had a tough season. He went out the wrong way to me. He's a top player.
Sure.
He shouldn't be just thrown out and casted out to sea and just forgotten about. Going back to the hype, big
Yeah.
one is Jimmy Buckets.
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Buckets.
The team, he blows those teams up, man.
Right. So
That
my
is-
hype, where I'm already wanting that hype wise.
Oh gosh, OKC again.
Of course,
Oh, my
I need
Lord.
a 2 guard.
But I
So
thought you're a Bulls fan.
I am, but the Bulls.
You're giving the Bulls no love, man.
I got Russell for a little bit of time right now. I need to, make sure he has the pieces where he's always had pieces. Okay, so that's the argument for another day because I see that I put my foot in my mouth with that one.
Yep.
So let's keep going with the hype, no hype.
Okay.
Al Horford, I would like to see him to Chicago, hype-wise.
Right.
No hype. I think he'll fit in good with Brooklyn. And I'm only saying that
I'm
because
gonna say Dallas.
Oh, you got
Ooh.
Porzingis and all those other guys.
Porzingis is a free agent too.
Right, KP's there. D'Angelo Russell, hype-wise, I want to see him stay in Brooklyn. No hype. I wouldn't mind seeing him get paired up with Oladipo in Indiana.
Indiana, okay,
Yeah,
that'd
yeah.
be kind of cool.
Yep. Tobias, hype-wise, I'd like to see him in Brooklyn. No hype. I would like to see him in Indiana. As you can see, I'm trying to build up the East because I want some balance there, balance to the force. I think that you need that. You need that balance.
Yes. Who's the team coming out of the East next year? Speaking of balance,
and
of course.
to right now, it's Toronto.
Okay.
It's Toronto or Milwaukee. That's beautiful. So I got my Eastern Conference Finals, but I need to have, and I love what the Sixers were doing last year. So if I can throw the Sixers in there, I got Indiana going through there. I even like Orlando. I like Aaron Gordon. I want to see certain players get on that showcase where I can enjoy that playoff. Well, I already enjoy the playoffs, but
Sure.
still, I don't want it to be all West. I want to be interested in the East playoffs as well.
Of course.
Nikolai, I can't pronounce his last name. Booyah. I no disrespect to you, Nikolai,
Right.
but he's in Orlando.
Right.
Hype-wise, I like to see him in Indiana. No hype, I like to see him stay in Orlando. DeMarcus Cousins, Boogie. I want to see him hype-wise in Portland, only because of the
Okay.
game of zones.
Okay.
Now we got Patrick. Okay, but only because of a Game of Zones. Remember when they said he decided not to? I love Game of Zones. Game of Zones, if you listening, y'all need to do a segment for the No Hype Zone, just to let y'all know. But yeah, I like to see him in Portland and No Hype him in LA. Okay, so that's my hype. We can say the other players, we can talk about them at another time. But those are I guess the main cast of characters right now.
Gotcha. We just want to put that segment to bed, but then again, free agency starts on Sunday, so it should be interesting. So when we are on the show next Wednesday, we'll have a bigger picture of what's going to happen in the NBA for the next season. We have our resident baseball nerd, Patrick, on hold. We do want to talk some baseball. We have just a few minutes left in this segment, but I'd love to have you on for the last segment as well, if you can stay on hold. Patrick,
What's
my
up,
man, what's up, dude? We're good. We're enjoying ourselves here in the studio, going back and forth, hype, no hype, force, no force, banana boats. Yes, sir. Now, you being our resident baseball nerd, today we were talking about contracts. Give us, since we have the trade deadlines coming up pretty soon, contracts. We got 2 minutes left, Patrick. Fire away.
Okay, so you're thinking about maybe, a couple of teams that, are the sellers trying to get rid of like the Granky contract. Maybe the Padres trying to pick up somebody like a pitcher,
Mm-hmm.
things like that, where divisions aren't trying to sell to their divisions, but maybe that's the only person they can get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that's why you're stuck with a bad trade or a good trade. And then you've got people like the Yankees and the Dodgers who really don't need anything right now. You know what I mean?
Well, we need something right now. We down 8-2 to Arizona.
Cash, they might trade some cash or they got an extra outfielder in their head. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There go your Dodgers hit. I see that. Okay.
Do you think the D-backs are going to be buyers or sellers come the trade deadline?
It's tough because you got a couple of teams ahead of them that are probably a year or two ahead of them in the rebuilding process. The Rockies are kind of on fire this year. The Padres aren't supposed to be good until next year.
Gotcha.
But they're a little ahead of schedule, even though they're only 500. They're right there now instead of 10 games under.
Okay.
What you think about these Diamondbacks? These Diamondbacks are like in the middle, and I don't know what to think. I don't know if they're a bad team or a good team. What you think about them, Patrick?
Yeah, they're the up and coming. They're absolutely up and coming. There's a couple of teams that have to rebuild. They're trying to do it pretty quickly within the first or second year instead of waiting 3 or 4 years.
The Braves that came on like gangbusters too. Atlanta looks good.
Lots of good young players. D1, D2 schools.
Hey, Patrick, we've got 20 seconds left here, but I want to keep you on for the next segment. I want to talk about getting hit by a pitch, the art of that, and what happened with the Cincinnati Reds player earlier this week. You had a funny take on that. We'll talk about that. And is this a sport? Coming up next, the No Hype Zone.
2 hours. We need 2
I
hours.
know, I know.
We need 2
I know,
hours.
I know.
We need 2 hours. That's good. So we're gonna carry. We're gonna carry
We're just
Patrick
carrying,
over
yes,
for a
carry him
little bit,
over.
and then I'm gonna tell Emmanuel he's gonna be on hold for about 5 minutes, and then
Yeah.
he can just talk.
Well, it
us
looks
off
like
there.
someone called in.
So that's probably Emmanuel because my nephew is on point. So we can just let him know to let Emmanuel know that he's just gonna be on hold for
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah. So you can let
Yeah. we'll keep him on hold for, we'll keep him on ice for
yeah,
a little
keep
bit.
him on ice. Just let him know that he's gonna be on hold.
More saving, more doing.
8:45 already? It's funny, man. It's like, hey, there's no sports going on. What are we going to talk about? And it's like,
You was the one that kept. I kept saying.
I know.
NBA is
It's
loaded
my
with-
fault.
with
It's my
love.
fault, man. It's my fault.
You can talk the whole year, and then by the time you get to the MLB All-Star game, you in the football, and then you get into basketball. Only takes 1 month off, which is August. After that, they back on in September,
Yeah.
and then you got college football preview doing that August month. I tell them call back.
800-446-5681.
let's look at Patrick still on hold. You can see to your left there on the phone.
Huh?
See that on the phone blinking over there? That's
Yeah.
Patrick on hold.
Okay.
NFL Fantasy provides all the tools you need to build a winning team. Live draft and manage your team from anywhere on your phone. Get expert advice and player projections right in the game. What are you waiting for? Sign up for free today at NFL.com/fantasy.
Message and data rates may apply.
I just texted him and said put him on hold. If he can call back, if he don't call back, then I got some esports, and we can just briefly that'll leave us with. If Patrick goes to like 8:50, 8:54, then I give us a couple minutes just talk esports, and then you gotta make sure you let everybody know, hey, free agent night. My free agent night, what I did last year.
Yeah.
Then my wife sat up at 11:59 watching the free agent. That's the name calling me now. What's up, nephew? Hello? Emmanuel.
How much time?
Emmanuel, yeah. Call back to the show. Call back to the show. You're gonna be on hold, and then he's gonna put you on. He's gonna talk to you at 8:50. Okay, he's gonna pull you up at 8:50.
It's like 8:53.
8:53. All right, so call in at 8:52. Okay, call back that same number.
Ooh, someone just called in.
Hello,
The Arnold.
Emmanuel.
Sorry.
Yeah, call in at 8:52. Okay.
Cold water heaters are a lot like bad roommates. They take up too
Yep.
much space.
Second.
They waste a ton
Can you
of
hear me?
electricity, and they can be a major drain on
All right, call in at 8:52. Call that number I gave you at 8:52. Okay, they're gonna patch you in at that point.
fixing your less than savory
Yeah, esports at 8:52. Okay.
True tankless. It's compact
Call right back, and they're gonna put you on hold, okay? You're gonna talk esports, okay?
Hot water again, ever. It's time to
Emmanuel.
send your old water heater notice. Visit
Call in at 852. Can you hear me?
Update today.
Yeah, call in at 852. Call back. Call that number. I'm gonna get off the cell phone. Call that number, okay? All right.
And whatever you do, you always gotta watch other people around you.
Yes, sir.
We are back in the No Hype Zone with Seth and Lance. This is our final segment. Man, I wish we had a 2-hour show. We are
Man.
packed. This is
Well, we
great.
want to thank Tankless Water Heater.
True tankless water
True
heater.
Tankless Water Heater for help providing us with this hour. RJ and all you guys are awesome. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
For giving us this opportunity. So.
Yes. I want to come back to Patrick. Last time we were talking about, we're on the out, I was talking about a guy got hit by a pitch, what, 4 or 5 times, Patrick?
3 times in a game.
3 times in a game.
It was like 7 times in a 4-game period.
Okay, so explain the art of getting hit by a pitch. I mean, I know all you baseball nerds out there are like, yes, this is awesome. Guys who aren't really in.
Think about all the times nowadays, especially that guys wear an elbow pad or something like that. That helps you kind of get your elbow out over the plate just a little bit if you want to leave your arm out there. A lot of guys want to hit, so they bring their elbow back. But some guys like to take it, just for the point of doing that, because they know the pitcher at some point kind of has to pitch inside. You can either move out of the way, you can either swing at it, or you can either take it off your elbow. I choose not to take it off my elbow. I try to get it or I let it go. You know what I mean? But there's a lot of hitters like Dietrich for that game that just said, hey, I'm just gonna take it.
Yep.
Sometimes because you know that period, they're gonna pitch you inside to try to get you out.
Now, you as a pitcher, how does it make you feel when a guy kind of dives into the pitch like that?
Oh, it's the most annoying thing. Are you kidding me? That's what you wanted? You want to be on first base? Sure, go ahead, I'll take you off.
There you go.
Like, come on. That's annoying to me because you should, as a hitter, want it to hit.
Of course.
Especially nowadays, they don't get paid to walk, so then why are you taking a hit like this? Like, how does that help you if you're trying to hit a bomb? Then again, he hit 3 bombs in a game. And the third time, he had to show it up. Big old back flip just for Seth.
Yes.
Right.
Love the bat flips.
No hype zone.
Right.
Hype and no hype on bat flips? Love it. Hype, love it. No hype, love it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Hype, love it. No hype, love it. Even
Baseball
more.
needs that flair, you got to give the people some flair, give them some love.
I like it.
But I know where you're coming from, Patrick.
Give me that back flip and then you hit a double.
Right?
Get thrown out on stand-up double. You know what I mean? Because you're flipping your back. Like, it just doesn't make sense. I get it. Into the season, whatever, Bob Eaton will make sure I can get over it. Me and Seth have talked about that many times.
Right.
Still not okay with the height, the art, the angle, the nerdism of the backflip. But
What do you think about Contreras? I've been wanting to pick your brain about Contreras. Contreras the other night, with the Cubs.
Wilson.
what they were saying, right?
Yeah.
With that conversation.
Oh, I know what they were saying. He was saying some stuff in another language. I got the Rosetta Stone app. I know exactly what he was saying.
What I took from it was the catcher was kind of giggling, laughing, because he was framing a pitch.
Mhm.
The umpire to call it on the opposing catcher.
Mm.
It's kind of like a no-no. As the umpire, you don't call anything outside the zone because the catcher of all people would know.
Right.
So,
Okay.
but I mean, there's no perfect. So the catcher was probably laughing about that, and that's because Contreras here talking trash after he hit a ball.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Again, I don't agree with that. To me, that's crossing the line. Like, if you just hit your ball, doesn't that tell the story?
Right.
What-
Why do you need to talk about it?
This is 2019 though. Everything is social.
Hey, when do we see the first guy hit a ball and pull his phone out of his pocket and take nothing?
That's a good idea, Patrick.
You just.
That's a. I'm going to petition for that.
Yes.
You hit a bomb, you pull out your cell phone and you take a selfie right there at home base. That's my hype right there. The selfies for home runs. I like it. I like
love
it.
I love it. Patrick, we appreciate your hype. we have to move on to our next part of the show. Thanks for calling in. I'll see you tomorrow. More push-ups. Yes, sir.
Go Dodgers, Patrick. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. First place.
All right, buddy. Thanks, man. All right, so next we're going to try to tap into a market that I've not heard at all being talked about. Is this a sport? We want to talk about esports. Yes, you heard it, esports. It's going to be, they had it as a Olympic sport. They gave it a trial run in the last Olympics. So now we have a guy on the line, Arnav, who trains with us at our studio. What's going on, buddy? I'm good, man. I'm good. We just want to get some information, just whatever you know off the top of your head on the most recent esports stuff. Like, what's the best esport? Who are the best players? What's the best game to play, essentially? Fire away, my man.
Esports, the thing that makes esports so popular is that it is extremely diverse. It's like, you know, how you have the NFL, you have the NBA, you have
Right.
it's like it's a whole realm where you have different NBA and NFL. They call Call of Duty, Overwatch, League of Legends, you have Dota, CS:GO, Ranked Six Siege. There's so many games because anybody can essentially get into these video games. Now,
Which one's your favorite?
personally, I have to say Call of Duty. I'm a bit partial to first-person shooters.
And I like what you said. Anybody can get into it. You know, when you play a sport like baseball or football, you have to fit a certain type. But in esport, anybody can do it. Just like I feel like that's why John Daly, the golfer, was so relatable, because a bigger dude, he smoked, he drank, like very relatable. So keep going on with your Call of Duty.
Yeah, so Call of Duty is special, right? Like, as I've been you've got multiple events going around, and this year, I believe, should be July 19th to the 21st, you have the Pro League Fund, which is essentially what happened is you had a bunch of teams right now in two divisions, Division A and Division B. They were duking it out on the Pro League. The thing is, we're in Call of Duty, right?
Right.
This is maybe the biggest game. This is Pro League, where you have
Arnav, we're losing you, buddy.
Yeah.
We lost you. We lost you. Sorry, man. Sorry about that, guys. Actually, next let's go to Emmanuel.
Yep.
Yes.
What's up, Emmanuel? How you doing, sir?
Sound excited.
All right. Yes, sir. So go ahead and break down. What's your favorite esport? So what about this game, Counter-Strike? Are you part of that tournament or? Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I like that. So if you had to, so your league would be Counter-Strike. I'm looking at the money here, Emmanuel. The money here is what, 17, 13, 15, 20 million dollars.
Was it million?
Million.
For the winner?
Millions. These guys are getting paid.
What?
Yeah.
So is esports, is this a sport? In your opinion? Okay. All right. How much training do you do? Would you put 8-10 hours in a day?
Need to be studying
It's a
little
job.
bit more.
That's a job right there, man.
Hey, well, thanks, Emmanuel, for calling in, breaking down esports. We're going to have you calling in probably every couple of weeks, giving us a breakdown on esports. So definitely build up your knowledge on esports. Thanks for giving us some breaking news on the esport.
Go ahead.
Hey, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at volleyball_Manny. Shout out to Michael, Miguel, Lydell, Shamar, Caleb.
That's a lot of names.
I know, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Shout out to all those people. Thank you guys.
You're welcome, Emmanuel.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Well, we got just a few minutes left on the show. Arnav, I'm sorry, man. We lost you. We'll have to try for next week, or maybe in a few weeks when we do esports again.
See, that's what
Show number 2, man.
Did you see Emmanuel break down? See that esports. You see, that's the whole market for esports. You know, it's the Instagram, Facebook, the social media, the teenagers, the college guys. That's the whole nother realm of sports. I call it alien sports because it's a whole nother something that we ain't used to.
So what do you guys think out there about esports? Is it a sport? It's a great show today, man.
Hey,
You were on fire, dude.
Nah, man. I'm
2
just
for 2.
I'm burned up because of you.
Nostradamus.
Please, I told you that's my 25th 100 cousin removed. So second cousin, third cousin. Nostradamus. I got a lineage. I've been looking at Ancestry.com. I think he's somewhere in my lineage.
Fair enough. All right, guys. Thank you for listening to the No Hype Zone. Appreciate you. You're back next week.
Gavin, Patrick, Emmanuel,
Arnav.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
NBC Sports Radio, AM 1060 KNOW 10
And that
What's up?
is a No Hype. That is what's up. Oh, man.
Firm. See this? TFB, part 2. We done. Chris, Dan, Travis, Brittany, Sonia, who I'm missing?
Trizzle.
Jeff, C-Train, my wife, Tracy, Valerie, all y'all. We couldn't do this without y'all. Love y'all, family, Sid, Dave, everybody. Love
Just
all
from a
y'all.
personal note, I felt much more comfortable the second time through. First show a little jittery. This show, I felt better. Right?
I'm a cleaner. My reps are high up here, so I just come down to this. This is nothing. I appreciate it, though. I'm working with the best right now. I couldn't pick a better partner.
See you guys next week.
Yes, sir.